This might be the worst gun ever made. So what we have here is a COBRAY or LEINAD Derringer, chambered in 45 long colt, 410 shot shell, but honestly not very effective with either chambering. They come in several variants. This is a single barrel, single shot model. Then what we have here is basically same thing, only set up with a side-by-side. The selector is on the hammer right here. You switch it to the left and the bottom will fire the right barrel. Switch it to the right and it'll fire the left barrel. But I'll cut in some pictures of targets because the thing is that they are honestly completely useless outside of about 15-20 feet. The shot pattern turns into basically just a random As you can see here, there's a bit of a plate built into the barrel locking lug. And the reason that's there is because here's your safety. And in order to fire this thing, you have to kick the barrels open. You would take your shells, load each barrel, and then close it. Then, you would have to pull the hammer back slightly, press this safety until it is flush with the frame, like that, at which point it will allow the hammer to fall all the way forwards, where you would then draw the hammer back to full draw and select which barrel you would fire. As you can see in the back here, we have a their attempt at a longer barrel variant of the side-by-side. And the way that it's set up is, if you see here, they literally took the same firearm, bored out the muzzle to be too wide, and then put these rifled, I don't want to call them barrels because they're basically pipes, into the end of the barrel and welded a front sight bead between the two there. And welded is kind of the problem because I'll cut in a photo here of how they attempted to weld it, and if you look closely inside of the right hand barrel, it's actually got the weld bead protruding into the bore, which is completely safe, I'm sure. Quality control at its finest, you know. But these were originally intended to fire these 2.5-inch 410 shot shells, or at least that's what they are specified at, because the thing is, depending on the day they were manufactured, they could have actually been bored to fit the 3-inch shot shells. See, this one does not. The double barrel variant, though, if we take that same 3-inch shot shell, drops right in. And I've actually heard stories of some of these firearms having the left barrel bored separately than the right barrel. For example, maybe the left barrel will take 2.5-inch, but the right will take 3. Their quality control is pretty terrible, honestly. So why would somebody even want to mess with any of these then? Well, I'll tell you why. This one, I found this at a yard sale, and the way I found it, it was sitting there with the safety in the fire position, and the lady said, I think it's some kid's toy, like a cap gun or something, and I got it for $20. $20. And she said that she can't open it up. She doesn't know how it works. You probably fit a cap in there And I kind of knew what was going on, so I just took it and checked it real quick. Like, yeah, okay, it's not loaded. Yeah, sure, $20. And that's how it started. What we have here is a 45 long colt shell, but I actually load them with a 45 caliber lead round ball from a muzzle-loading revolver. And right around 35 grains of triple F black powder. Makes a pretty smoky show. These pistols will completely annihilate anything within about 20 feet of them, but leave anything past 20 feet completely untouched. It's hilarious.